All right. What's going on? Merry Christmas, everybody. Merry Christmas. Hope you had a good Christmas. And we're going to jump into Bitcoin, Litecoin, and Ethereum tonight. Let me see if I can find you. Make sure I can pull the chat up on my phone here so I can chat with you guys. Boom. There we go.
Right.
Yeah, looks like you got video and audio. Awesome. There's one of you in here. Hey, that's me. All right. Well, we'll wait for you guys to jump in and hey, what's up, Ron? What's up, Eric? How's it going? How are y'all doing? Y'all have a good Christmas? I thought we'd look at Litecoin and Ethereum, guys, pretty heavily tonight if we can. I haven't done any heavy analysis, but I thought I'd just do a little counting. Well, I've done some actually, but I haven't landed on any specific counts. But thought we'd look at it. Hey, what's up, Andrew? Hey, Robert, how's it going, man? There we go. Twins Records, what's up? Hey, Jana and Mac. I see you guys. I see you. Cool. Video and audio sound good? Just let me know. Hey, Brentley. All right. Wonder if there's a delay on when you guys show up in the chat. In there, so it was only showing one or two there for just a while. So, all right, well, let's jump in. We're gonna look at the market here today, and everybody, that pump scared everybody today. I want to kind of get you ready for what might be coming in the smaller time frame. Hey, Nibbler, good deal. So let's zoom out. We'll take a peek at the long-term scale here. I want to make this kind of a quick live stream, guys, so I'm not going to do a lot of fluff and a lot of talking here. So I normally do a Elliott Wave night school tonight, but I decided I'm pretty. Let's do it next week. Let's do it next week. So we'll see where we are next week. But I've been doing some resting here lately and just enjoying the family, and enjoying the just the day a little bit, and so I haven't been doing a lot of stuff here, just kind of peeking at the charts as I've been trading a little bit, and just kind of playing games with the family, and yeah. So, all right, still looking at the ultimate wave count. This is the ultimate wave count hypothesis. Obviously wave counts are always hypotheses until they're validated, but it looks like we've got a WXYXZ. Okay, that's my ultimate count. I think that's most of our counts here. Most of us are digging into an XZ. This wave structure is awful challenging. It's awful odd looking, and so I want to look at something that happened today, and then I want to talk about something that might happen again, because fractals do play out in this market. We don't trade off of fractals, guys, but fractals do play out, and if they can happen on a small time frame, they can happen on a large time frame, and they can happen both ways. So anyway, I want to show you something I saw today that I didn't like in the market, and I want to prepare you for the possibility of it, okay? So that we can at least be ready for it. So that's what I want to do here. So basically, the big question mark here is, we've obviously got a three wave, and a three wave, and then so this WXYZ is all three waves. So here's our last expanded flat three wave, and so now what we have to do is interpret this last area here, and that's the challenging section of the chart, to be honest with you. Very, very challenging. Okay, so let's get wrecked. Hey everybody, I just want to invite you guys to join my friend KZ Lewis here. He's a troll, and he's welcome to the channel, though. I appreciate it. Time will tell who's right and who's not. And anybody who believes that they're right all the time and their opinion is right, then and when you're dogmatic about where you think price is going, then you obviously don't understand the market for sure. But hey, I tell you what, do me a favor, buddy. Start a YouTube channel, and I'll watch your analysis, okay? And you give analysis every day, and you let me know where price action is doing every day, and you be right consistently as I've been right consistently, and and I'll certainly follow you, man. I'll follow your channel, and I won't troll you though. I'll listen kindly and respectfully, and I'll comment. So that being said, man, welcome to the channel. Welcome to the channel. All right. So if you just keep your comments just kind, please, I'd appreciate that, man. I'm not looking to I'm not looking to ban you. I'm not looking to. I just don't need to be distracted by those comments. Okay. All right. That being said, let's look at this wave right here and just take a peek here. All right, so the big question mark is, what do we have here? As we look at this is the big, what do we got? I'm interpreting this as 5 waves to the downside. What's up, Ahmed? How's it going, buddy? Hey, Emery, how's it going there? Unknown now, I didn't recognize you. Hey, Phil, what's up? Sorry, I just want to make sure I hit everybody as you came in. Tom, what's up? All right. So I'm going to get going now. I'll catch you later if I didn't get you. So I'm looking at this as 5 waves here to the downside. Boom, 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 like that. 5 waves. That's the way I interpret that. I was interpreting that for the longest time as a 3-wave move. I just have a really hard time with this, seeing this as a 3-wave move. I don't know how to interpret that, 3-wave. This looks much more impulsive, even though I don't like the way it started. There's lots of problems with that count. Guys, there's lots of problems with this wave, understanding and interpreting that wave. No doubt about it. But I'm going to call it a 5-wave. Okay, that's what I'm calling it. Others are calling it a 3-wave. I get it. I understand it. I'm having a hard time with it. Okay, so I'm going to call it a 5-wave move. It would be counted something like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, something like that. Okay. Now, what follows a 5-wave move here, we've got a 3-wave move. Now, what we have so far is the makings of a flat, okay? And so as long as it remains like this, there's several flats. You guys know all the different flats. We've been talking about it forever. But right now we have a running flat, okay? We have hidden bearish divergence on the larger time frames here. Hidden bearish divergence is when you have price action moving to the downside, while the RSI is moving to the upside in the strength indicator there. So strength is maxing out while price is actually continuing to decrease. In other words, when the strength is moving down to the downside, when price is moving down, it is unable to make higher highs, but the strength of the move is getting stronger. That means this, even though it's pushing stronger in price relatively to previous pushes, it's unable to move price beyond the last price point. So we have hidden bearish divergence. Now that bearish divergence can be wiped out. Okay, so we understand that bearish divergence can be wiped out. But right now, as it sits, on the 2-hour, we have hidden bearish divergence. I'm pretty sure on the 4-hour as well. Let's see here. On the 4-hour. Right there, we've got the hidden bearish divergence. I believe it's on the daily as well. I can't remember. The daily definitely has the hidden bearish divergence there. So I mean, it's really, really bad here from there to there. So what the the relative strength of the move of this? Oh, wait a minute. No, it's not really bad. I had something drawn on my chart, guys. Let's see. But we do have it moving up here on the daily. It's right there. There it is. There it is. I had some stuff drawn on my chart there from the last time frame. So, yeah, it confused me a little bit. All right. So, yeah, there it is. So, yeah, we've got the hidden bearish divergence on all of those time frames there. Whether that gets wiped out or not, we'll have to wait and see. But that's what I'm talking about first. Okay. Secondly, if we have a 5-wave move, we expect a 3-wave move, and then after the 3-wave move, once it's finished, and that's the big question mark, guys. When is this 3-wave move finished? Is it finished now? I tend to think it is. I've got some reasons why I think it is, but I want to show you why, how it possibly might not be. So just prepare you for a little bit more upside. I can't promise you, I'm still thinking bear from where we are. But I want to prepare you for the opposite. As a trader, I don't pretend to know where price is going. I know what the structures to expect, and I know what can be formed within those structure boundaries. But that being said, how price is actually going to get there and the path it's going to take on the smaller time frames, can't be certain. But what I try to do for you is give you the big picture and then look down in the smaller picture and see if we can figure out can we come up with a plan for price action on the smaller time frames. I don't know many other YouTubers. Crypto Hippo does it as well. He endeavors to try on the smaller time frames, but not many of us do it because in the smaller time frames it's harder. Okay, it's harder, and it's harder to be right on a consistent basis. And so, those of you who've been watching the channel long enough, I gave you the price action that was going to happen today. It happened one move prior than I thought it was. I thought we were going to get one more hit to the low before we got the price action that we got today, but it was exactly what I shared would probably happen, with a high probability in the last couple of videos. So anyway, that's kind of what I'm doing here, guys. I'm showing you the big picture, and then we're trying to look at the little picture, see how price might get there. What that does, it gives us a place to get in the market if we can. If we're not already in. I'm already in a short position now and expecting downward prices, but I'm ready to switch bull if I need to. Let's see. So anyway, the big question, we know we have a three-wave move here, and this three-wave move could be done, okay? That is what we call a running flat right there. It could go down, and that's all it needs, really, to fulfill a three-wave move. So then we would have basically a five-wave, a three-wave, and all we would need is another five-wave to the downside. And that is what I personally am looking for. And we might have gotten a 1-2 of that today, potentially. So today could have been the 1-2 of that five-wave move. Okay, so we might have had a 1-2, could get a 3-4, 5 like that, and that gets us down to the $5,000 region pretty quick, guys. I mean, that gives us a Christmas dump here. Well, not so much Christmas, but it surely gets us, according to what I've drawn there, if that's symmetrical. Sometime mid to end January, so getting us there. So I don't know. I can't tell you that's going to happen or not, but we'll have to wait and see there. But that being said, we do have a three-wave move that could be finished. As far as Elliott wave rules are concerned, it's done. It looks like a five-wave move here. But I want to show you something on the small time frame that happened today that really surprised me, and I want to just zoom back out and show you what could possibly happen that may surprise us. Okay, so let's go into the 15-minute time frame and show you what happened today that surprised me. Okay, on the way down, this wave right here, guys, I don't have a chat right now. My phone just died. Hold on 1 second. Let me go get a charger. All right, I got a charger hooked up. Let me get my phone going back here. Okay, what happened today that surprised me as far as the wave action? To be honest with you, the move up today surprised me in where it came up today in the count. In other words, I was expecting a move up like that and then a rejection like that. I called for it. I told you it was the last wave that looked like this did it, and we should probably expect it. But I was expecting it in another move, one more move later than we got it. And let me tell you why. I looked at this chart right here, and this looks to me this feature right. Come on. This feature right here appears to be an expanded flat, okay? An expanded flat is when the B wave comes below the origin of the A wave, and then we get a sharp move to the upside on the C wave. So it's a 3-3-5 move, okay? It's a three-wave correction after an impulse. So we got an impulse down, a 3-3-5 correction there, and we should have come on down for another move like that. But we didn't do it. In fact, we didn't even make a lower low, which that's what surprised me. What we got, it appears, is a continuation of this wave. In other words, I'm not sure, to be honest with you, what that is, what this is, and how to count this. But what we got is we got a move down, and then we got another continuation of that. And it moved up pretty impulsively here. Let me show you the fib count here. Boom. Came up to the 2618 and rejected off of it, which you can do that off of expanded flats. And so it's quite possible, though I don't like the shape of it, it's quite possible, but that whole thing, this whole move here was part of an expanded flat. Okay, and the 5 waves are one. Really, really hard to see the 5 waves constructed here, but like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that, and then we got the move down. Because the C wave of an expanded flat needs to be 5 waves, okay, guys? And so it is possible that this was indeed part of that expanded flat right here, and so the whole flat did that. If we zoom over here, if we move over here to this move right here, you can see we got the expanded flat before as well. In the fractal I mentioned here. Of course, you know, when this happened, we called this as an expanded flat, and we knew the rejection was coming, we saw the rejection, and it became very clear. So right there, we got the rejection off of it there. So anyway, there's an expanded flat there. I think that, let's see what the fib relationship was on this one. And that was also a 2618 rejection as well. So it appears, guys, what we've got is a fractal pattern playing out pretty good, pretty well here. Let me go to the 1 hour chart, see if I can get them both in the screen here. There we go. And this is what I was highlighting the other day, just the fractals that were happening here. That we had this wave right here. And guys, if you're chatting with me, I'm sorry I don't have it pulled up right now. My phone's still booting up here. This wave right here, I was highlighting the similarities of this wave. And so basically, if you just look at the shape of and the structure of this wave, it's almost identical, almost to the T here, you know. And then you had the flat off of it, except this flat was a little bit different shape, but it gave us that push up to the 2618 extension of that. So I think that flat here, right there, is the same as this flat here, okay? On a fractal basis. I'm trying to get it. There we go. So there. So yeah. So what then happened, guys? As we look at this, we had basically a push up here and a retest of the high. Okay, but we didn't break the high. Okay, and then we came on down. Okay, that looks to be the same bots the same bots and the same algorithms that pushed price to do this here. It looks like it's just doing it again. Okay, it just basically it's the same algorithm, same bots in the market doing the same thing. Okay, that's where the fractals come from. It's the same algorithms pumping the market. My phone is still booting up, so I don't have a chat here. So sorry about that. Yeah, so we don't trade off of fractals necessarily, and we don't live off of them, but we notice them. Okay, especially when they're this obvious. Okay, because those fractals, they kind of give us a hint for where price might be going. So my guess here is that price is probably going to be pumping up. I mean, based upon price action here, we had basically just had some chop and pump action up to the upside. So chances are, if we don't get any downward movement here, guys, and we could get downward movement from here, we could just get a little bit of a pump up here to make a 2 wave and then go on down. And that's, to be honest with you, when this wave was being created, I was actually expecting, let's see, I'll show you where I got trapped in a trade. Those of you in the trading group, you know where I got trapped in the trade. I got trapped in the trade right here at the top of that wave right there. Basically, as price came up, I was expecting price to come on down like that. It did not. It came down a little bit and then shot up again, came down some, sideways, shot up, and then it came down. And we had to wait all that out. And I just waited it out. It wasn't a big deal. But price action was telling me down at the time, and so I just held the short, and I shorted it all the way down to here. And that was a fantastic short. I was glad to have that. Now, are we going to get the same thing? No, probably not. The market, even though it does similar things, it doesn't mean it has to do the same thing every time. Okay, we could just have more downside from here. Okay, but let me explain where we are in the grand scheme of this entire move here, guys. Let me zoom back out so we don't forget where we are. Because today's move looked like this, okay? So we had the we had the expanded flat. I thought it was finished. It came down, but then it decided to make another leg like that. So we ended up getting a 5-wave structure that looked similar to that, okay, with a little jog right there for the 5th wave. You know, I didn't like the shape of that wave, but it is what it is, right? You don't like the shape, but it is, right? So I'm seeing then a possibility here for, I just want to entertain it, guys, that we have, you know, a flat work in here. It could be finished, right? Or we could do some sideways action here, maybe a little bit lower, and then kind of come up and finish this thing out. Okay, it could finish this out to a higher degree and hit those higher targets that we were calling for, about $8,200 to $8,500, because we've been calling for targets up there in that region. We never even made it up to the $7,800 region, guys. We made it barely to 77, right? So, you know, we had targets up here for $8,200 to $8,500 here. So that's how we might end up getting up there anyway. And so let's be prepared for that possibility, guys. Just wanted to share that with you as something to consider. And we'll have to watch price action and know when to hold them and know when to fold them, right? And so let's look for a shape like this, guys, where we have what looks like a finished move, but we ended up getting something, one more push to the upside to finish that thing out. Now, I don't think that's highly likely, okay? I just, you know, again, today's move surprised me to a degree. And because it surprised me to a degree, I want to be ready for another surprise of the market if the market decides to surprise me again. All right, my phone's finally rebooted. Let me pull up the chat. I'll pause just a minute and just see what you guys are saying here. All right. Yeah. All right. Not a lot of talking. Y'all doing a lot of listening. I love it. Very good. That's helpful to me because then I'm not feeling like I'm ignoring you. What's up, Tanya? Hey, Henry. Sandeep, how's it going? The Bugle. Head and shoulder. You know, I don't think so. Don't think so. I'm not a big head and shoulder guy. Though it is, you know, it is a pattern, but yeah, I mean, it's possible for sure. I mean, I see what you're saying there. You got boom, boom, boom. Okay, it could be going down there, and it looks like a head and shoulders there. So yeah, sure. Seth, thanks. Thanks. I'm glad you made it too. What's up, Max? Holiday cheers to you as well. Someone's typing in Chinese or Korean. I'm not sure which, but what's up? Add. Thank you. Edward, I did have a great Christmas. Thank you very much. All right, KZ Lewis. We'll see if your prediction is right. Everybody note KZ Lewis's prediction, 17K to 23K by the end. Hey, it's a possibility. I mean, I'm not saying, guys, you got to understand, while I'm calling for 5,000, 5,500 region to 6,000 region, guys, after that, I'm expecting a pretty tall move to the upside, okay? Now, whether that's going to take, whether that's going to take the shape of a smaller correction or it's going to take the shape of a 3-wave, you know, I'm looking for higher move than that. You know, so, you know, if it's a 3-wave on the large guys, I mean, listen, let me just show you. let me just do a little hopium with you guys. What we're waiting for this correction to finish. I say it's got one more move to the downside, okay? And the wave structure is telling me it's got another move to the downside. And so that's what I'm sharing with you guys, that we have another move to the downside. But basically, if this is a 1-wave and this is a 2-wave, guys, we're doing this, okay? We're going to be beyond, you know, we're going to moon, okay? we're gonna moon. That's just a 1-wave. This 3-wave is going to be gigantic. It's going to be bigger than I've drawn it, okay? If that's a 3-wave, okay? If that's a 3rd wave of this next move, okay? So if the size of this wave is any hint to where we're headed, then it's really likely after we hit around 5,500, 5,000, maybe even down to 4,500. We'll have to wait and see what we get. Okay, but we've got targets all the way down to, I would say, around 42. $4,200 is about my bottom if we're going up. Now, if we go deeper than that, then we've got some other structure that I need to consider. But I'm personally not one to. I don't think we're going to go below 4,200 the way the wave structure is showing right now. That's personally me. I know there are many of you that think we're going down to 1,500 to 2,000. I'm fine with that. You just got to show me an Elliott wave count that fits that. I don't see it right now, but if structure shows me something different, or actual wave action, price action shows me something different, then we'll consider it then. But anyway, yeah, I'm looking for this done, but I don't think this is done. I think we've got this flat to finish, and then we've got another down move. And once that's finished, hopefully we'll get our bounce from there. So I'm looking for something like this, guys. I'm looking for this to finish. If it's not done, I want to see it finish, and then come on down. Okay, and that's going to finish us out. That's going to give us our 5-3-5 move we're looking for, and then we go to the upside. Now, how high that's going to go, I don't know, but let me tell you something, guys. When we hit that $5,000 region, guys, and when we showing some divergence on the bottom of that sucker, guys, you better know it that I'm going long, and I'm going to hold it. I'm just going to sit in it, and I'm going to hold it for a while. Okay, so I'm planning on going long very, very soon, and I'm going to be holding that sucker for quite a while. We're going to wait and see what kind of wave we get off of this. Okay, if we just get a lower low here and then we end up coming down, this is some kind of a larger, crappy, that's the way we're getting down to 1,500. If this is some kind of A, B, and C, right? So that's the way we're getting down to 1,500. But but if this is finished and it looks, guys, this is big enough to be complete. Okay, this is very, very proportional to this wave. Okay, it's a nice two-wave shape. I like it. I'm more moon boy off of this than I am bearish off of this, okay? So I'm just letting you know where I think we're headed, all right? So that being said, so you shouldn't take my immediate term bearishness to be a long-term bearishness. I'm just letting you know what I'm thinking here. All right. Yep, there you go, man. XRP to 15 cents is my call there. Yeah, I agree with kick and gravel. 15 cents was my analysis way back when. Could go to 12, but 15 cents, there's a lot of confluence, a lot of fib zones that match up around 15 cents for XRP. Without showing you. Okay. All right, so let's go back to the small time frame and just kind of take a peek here what we could get, okay? And then we're going to finish up Bitcoin. Then we're going to look at Ethereum and Litecoin. Okay. All right. So small time frame then, guys. If this fractals, let me go to the 1 hour. There we go. If this fractal is going to play out as it did before, then the last time we had the expanded flat with the rejection, we got a pump to the upside for a while, and then we had our move to the downside. Okay, so the question is, do we get this pump to the upside that doesn't break the high, and then we get our move to the downside? That very well could happen. So expect another pump, but it's going to be slower in nature. Okay, but expect it. You don't have to get it though, guys. From an Elliott wave standpoint, all we need is just a small push, somewhere around 50% of that wave, and then a tank, a nice strong tank to the bottom. Okay, so we might over the next day or something get some slow pump to the upside here, to 50% to the 618 of that last wave, and then we just get it tanked from there. That's a possibility as well. So don't underestimate that potential. Don't forget a lot of it is. We like to lock in losses as traders at the end of the year, so we don't take too much profit. And then after the first of the year, we begin taking profit again for tax reasons there. So that's a possibility out on the list that Joe and our group was talking about. That is very, very likely to happen with some degree of plausibility. Okay. So yeah. So yeah, we could get a little bit of a pump here to 50 to 61%, and then a move down. Now, how long that takes, it could take days, guys. It could, how slow price moves here. Price is moving slow around the holidays. The banks are closed. Not many big players are moving, but again, crypto seems to do its own thing. I trade the Forex, and we're trading the slow right now. We're just kind of scalping trades, if you're trading at all on the Forex. And so anyway, I scalped a little $200 trade today in UCAD today. So it was all right. It was what it was. So anyway, I'm expecting a move to the downside to finish this out. So this would be a 1, 2, and then I expect a 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5 of the third wave. Okay, so that's going to be a pretty deep wave that's going to get us down to this region. Look for a fourth wave pullback and then a fifth wave. $5,700, guys, is my target for the downside. 57 might get a wick down to 55, but 57 is my target for now. Let me see if I can remember where I got those targets here. Remind myself where I got those. But I know those are my targets. Let me just remind myself where I got them. I think I did it off the 1-to-1 extension here. That is not the case. I did the no, I didn't do it off the 1-to-1 extension. Maybe I did it off the log scale. Log scale pushes us at $5,500, guys, on log scale off the 1-to-1 there. Let me do the 1-to-1 off the other X. I think that's what I did. So from X to X, yeah, there we go. That's what I'm looking for. Regular scale, log scale. Be a little bit more precise here. Yeah, 57, the 1276 confluent down here with this the white line. So the 127, we've already hit the 1-to-1 extension here, but that doesn't finish this wave out. So I'm expecting one more push to the downside here to come down and be confluent in this zone, 55 to 57.69. That's my target zone right there. That's my ideal zone here. That's confluent with the top of this region here. That's a beautiful place for price to come on down to. So that's what I'm looking for our final push to the downside. Okay, all right. So let's look at Litecoin and Ethereum as well, and just kind of look at price action there. 6-hour chart here. 60 of you watching. Welcome, guys. Glad y'all are around. Okay. Now, in my Litecoin chart, every time it never saves. I had a nice count here, and it did not save it. So I've got a WX. What was my Y? Y, X, and Z. That's what I'm looking at for Litecoin. It's also a WXYXZ. Okay. Let's see. We have a running flat here for this X wave. Boom, boom, boom. And then we have a expanded flat here for that X wave there. So the flats seem to be the X waves, just like in Bitcoin. And then what we're looking for here is a 3-wave move to the downside. Now, the problem with this is that, guys, there's just no clear 3 waves here, guys. It's just like a 5-wave and this tiny, tiny thing here. So it's really kind of a Litecoin is just kind of a conundrum to me. Because this wave shape right here, what in the world is that? What in the world is that? It's really just from an Elliott wave standpoint, very challenging. But let me just show you what we're seeing here on the 6-hour. We got from this peak to that peak. You can see how we're going down while the RSI is moving up on this last move. Guys, that is hidden bearish divergence. Okay, so we've got hidden bearish divergence on this chart. So what we might have here, guys, is a 5-wave move. This tiny thing right there is some kind of a B wave or an X wave, and then we're going to get another move. It just looks like it wants to go down and just roll over and die. That's the way Litecoin looks to me. I'm sorry to say it. I've been a Litecoin lover for years. I trade Litecoin all the time, but I've stayed away from this chart because the chart is just it's so hard to understand for me. This looks like a 5-wave move. Looks like it's possible the way we interpret this is something like this. A 5-wave move, a 3-wave move right here, and then we're getting a 5-wave. We need one more move to the downside to finish this 5-wave move here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that. And so that might correlate that might correlate with Bitcoin's last move to the downside as well. And that's the best I can come up with correlation there. With that being said, then where does that put us? Well, if we do a 1-to-1 off the last X, 1-to-1 extension, where does that put us off the last X? That's scary, y'all. It's $8. Let's turn it to log scale. There we go. That's a little bit better. $31 to $25. $25 to $31 is my target for Litecoin there. Okay, so I would say 31 is pretty plausible, guys. Don't know that we're going to hit that $25 target. 31 looks a lot more likely. Yeah, I mean, it's confluent right here with this zone right here. So for now, for a local bottom here, I'm looking for $31 for Litecoin. Not too much farther to travel, but I think she's got to go down there. Okay, that's my analysis there. That's the best I can come up with, it, guys. It's just this wave delineation, guys, is just super hard. Keen, I think you're going to have a good chance of getting Litecoin at $30. Kick and gravel, thank you, man. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Faiz, I don't know how to say that. Yeah, $7,500 to $8,300 still on the table for Bitcoin, but if it makes it there, it's going to be a weird wave pattern. So I talked about that at the beginning of the video. You might go back and watch my TA there. I've already kind of hit that question, but I did answer that question and showed you something that's a little scary to me. Based on the price action today and looking at the price action, I showed another possibility to the upside. Okay, so yeah. All right, let's see. Ethereum. Let's look at Ethereum as well. Ethereum's a lot clearer chart, guys. I like Ethereum's chart a lot better than Litecoin's chart. It just makes a lot more sense to me. Let me remove all the drawing tools here. Just do a quick count here. Again, I think we're still dealing with the WXYXZ kind of deal. Though we could be dealing with an ending diagonal here, just looking at it in Ethereum. Actually, if I draw the diagonal like this, it gives me, but that looks, that'd have to be 3. Yeah, I don't like it. This would be A, B, and then C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It does give us one more push to the downside. So here's a possibility for Ethereum. This 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ending diagonal. Oh, come on. Let me reload my chart here, guys. It's acting up on me. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. I wanted to show the wave on you there. There's a could be an ending diagonal finishing up there, and so what that would be is an ABC. So this would be an A wave. An A wave. This expanded flat right here is the B wave, and then we have the C wave as an ending diagonal. And where that would put us in the grand scheme of this count, then we would have a W. W, X, Y. Okay, so here is a running flat here, right here, boom, 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 right there, connecting wave there, and then we have a W, a three wave there, a three wave here, and then another three wave there. So that's a good count for Ethereum. I like it. Where does that put us? That puts us down here at about $100, guys. About $100, probably, as a bottom. Potentially. If this diagonal is correct. If that diagonal is correct. If that's the right way to interpret it. And I like it. I think it looks symmetrical. Looks good. I kind of like that. And that's going to give us... let's see, should give us some divergence here on the bottom here. If we make one more lower low, should get some divergence here in the higher time frame, and we could get guys are gonna get a nice kick off of that here soon. So guys, we got a bull move coming soon. We're looking good to the upside. I mean, we're gonna go up soon. Now, how far? I don't know. And or when exactly? It's coming soon. So let's prepare for it. Let's not, but don't get too quick to be bull right now, okay? These expanded flats that we've been getting are designed to get everybody bullish too soon, okay? So yeah, I think we've got everybody's got one more move to the downside, okay? One more. I think Bitcoin's got a 5-wave move to the downside. I think Litecoin's got a 5-wave move, and I think Ethereum looks like it's got a 5-wave move as well to the downside. Let's get this crypto. That's right. Let's get it. Guys, once we get this move, this turn, it's going to be beautiful. We're going to catch that bottom, guys. We're going to catch it within $500, I would say. We'll catch it within $500. We're going to watch divergence. We're going to watch the wave structure, and we're just going to keep track of that wave as it's being made. Okay? All right, guys. There's the analysis for tonight. I hope that helps you. I'm still looking. Let's just review finally, just one more time here on Bitcoin. 1 hour chart. I want to always remind you a couple of things. I'm sharing on my channel what I believe as a trader. I trade. Okay, so this is what I'm looking. I'm not just blowing smoke. I'm actually a real trader. I trade every day. I watch the markets, and I have a vested interest in my own technical analysis. I'm not just here blowing smoke. I'm not just here saying things to try to make myself look smart. I'm telling you how I see the market through my lens of Elliott wave analysis, okay? So that's what I'm giving you here. But let me tell you something. Don't trade my charts. Please don't trade my charts. I don't even trade my charts. I know a lot of people in the group are asking me for charts a lot of times, and all I generally like to give are possibilities. This is how price action might play out, but I don't trade my small time frame charts so much as the large time frame. I'm short biased right now, so I'm short. I may have to wait out a negative balance for a little bit because I'm trading the larger time frame, and so a lot of people don't understand that and have a hard time with that. So don't just trade my chart blindly, okay? You can trade the directional bias, but you got to trade the market. You trade the market as it comes to you. You don't trade my chart, and you don't trade off of my videos. So just want to remind you about that, guys. Just to be careful. The analysis is good and it's pretty consistently right, but I get it wrong on occasion, and I miss big moves and things. I missed that $3,000 pump that we had. I missed that guy. Okay, I didn't get it right. Though hindsight, it was a beautiful expanded flat, and since then I've been very, very mindful of expanded flats. We've been getting them all over the market. We're getting them everywhere. So I'm just very mindful of those things, and so that's really helped the analysis for sure. But that being said, I just don't want you guys to You know, just blindly follow anybody. And, you know, there are 3 or 4 of us that are Elliott Wave traders that I think we're all together as a group of traders giving our analysis are going to be super helpful for you. We all have something different to offer. And so you got Sin Crypto. He did a live earlier, and he's got the larger time frame nailed. Whereas, you know, Crypto Hippo, you know, is a really, really good Fibonacci user of the smaller time frame Elliott waves, and I kind of give you a decent analysis of the small time frame as well, just from a little different perspective and in a very real sense of I don't know. I've got wave intuition, I suppose, and I see patterns well, and I see divergence and. Anyway, there's all kinds of things I offer, but it's you just look at us as a community of traders that we're offering this stuff to you on YouTube. So don't just blindly follow any of us. Make sure you're doing your own due diligence to trade the market well, and always, always, always be prepared for me to be wrong. Okay, so have a plan. What if Jim doesn't get it right? What am I going to do? And so you need to have a plan, because I have a plan for if I'm wrong. Okay, if I'm wrong, I need to have a plan for what I'm going to do in reaction to what the market does. So just want to say that to you, just as you guys some of you are new traders and you're learning how to trade. I just want you to just be ready. Nobody knows where the market's going. Nobody knows where the market's going. I don't know where the market's going. I have some intuition where the market might go. I have some pretty good reasons why I believe that. I've shared those with you. We're going to watch and see where price goes, but at the end of the day, nobody knows. Not even KZ. Not even KZ. Okay? Eric, and appreciate that, man. I hope that Litecoin analysis was helpful to you. Heartbeat, thanks. I appreciate that. Alex, I didn't look at ETH BTC. I'll do that right before I leave, okay? And Hamed, yep. I think I already replied to that one. Let's get this crypto. All right, well, let's finish this. I don't want to do a bunch of chart requests tonight, guys. I'm pretty tired, but I will take a look at ETH BTC, and then we'll see what that looks like here. All right. All right, I don't look at this chart a whole lot, so let me just take a minute here and just kind of do some analysis on it from the daily here. There's absolutely no divergence here on the daily chart that I can see. That's bearish divergence off that wave, which is why we got the down move. It looks like there's more downside to come, guys, on ETH BTC. Now, this could be Now that is an impulse wave, it looks like, very strongly. So another possibility, guys, is... yeah, it looks like there's going to be some more downside. Probably to the 127 is going to retest this bottom, I would imagine. The way it looks on the daily. So it looks like we might get a, there might be a slight uptick here, maybe, but basically down is what I'm seeing to the 127. But this is an impulse wave, okay, and that's a 3-wave, guys. So I'm expecting a big move. I'm expecting a big move soon, okay, big move coming soon, guys. But there's no divergence down here at all to speak of. None to speak of. Let me check the smaller time frames. Yeah, there's more room to come down here, for sure, for another hit to the low. No doubt about it. Now, whether we go up a little bit first and then down, I can't say. I don't think so. But I would say probably the way this chart is setting up, for the divergence to play out, that this thing is going to make another low, but we're not going to make another low here, so we're going to have divergence here, and then that's going to give us our reversal. But guys, that reversal is going to be pretty big. It's going to come off because we do have an impulse wave right here. That's an impulse. This is a 3-wave, guys, so expecting another impulse off. So the ETH BTC, ETH against BTC, we're going to look for ETH to gain off of BTC pretty soon. But I see another hit to the low. So that's kind of correlating with Bitcoin's move, that I see Bitcoin going down to the low again. So I'm seeing Bitcoin coming down. That's probably going to bring ETH down. But guys, then there's going to be a big reversal coming. So, yeah, I think that's what we're looking for, Alex. I hope that helps you. Okay, yeah, look for 1650. I would look for 1650 first, Alex. I won't skip next week, Hamed. Okay, I won't skip next week if I can. Let me look at the date next week and see what next week's date is. It's the 2nd. Yeah, we'll do trading night school next week, guys. I was just pretty tired tonight, and I was just gonna do a short live stream with you tonight, just to give you some analysis, because I didn't put a video out, and I always feel bad when I don't do a video. So this is my way of helping you. All right, y'all. Have a great night. I appreciate you stopping by. I really do. You guys have a happy New Year, and y'all be safe. Trade safe. See you in the Telegram group, guys. Until then, blessings and good night, Brentley. We'll see you. Appreciate all of you guys. Thank you so much. Good night.